Well, hello, folks. Pastor Steve Wilson here at Community Church in Saddlebrook, and what a delight it is to be with you today to share a message that I believe can really help us because it's in an area that we struggle with in our lives. You know, there was a day years ago when I was traveling with a friend of mine. We were only teenagers at the time. We were riding our bike away from our home. And that was back in the day when you could be gone all day and the parents really didn't worry much about you. We were about 25 miles from our home, and I was only about 13 years old. We were riding up to the mountaintop, and as we did, it was a struggle, really a struggle for my friend and I to get up to the top. And on our way down, there was a lot of windy turns. We'd taken them on the way up, but my friend did not heed the signs. He didn't see some of the perils that were in front of him. And as we were coming down, he was going way too fast. And all of a sudden, he hit some loose gravel, and down he went. I think he was probably going upwards of 25 or 30 miles an hour, and his bike went down, and he went down, and he was skidding along. And when we finally came to a rest, he had a big scars on his elbows and his knees. And I'll tell you what, he was hurting, and his bike was damaged in every way. And you know what, folks? That's what it's like when we disobey God in our lives. We sometimes can find ourselves down for the count. And all of a sudden, what do? How do we straighten our life out? How can we do that? Well, fortunately, my friend, I was there and some other people were there. But you know what? Whenever there's sin that happens in our life, some things have to be taken care of. We had to scrape the gravel and the dirt and the impurities out from away from his knees and his elbows. And it was not only painful, it was like almost more painful than the trip down. But that's what God has to do in our life. He has to remove some of those impurities when we're down there, when we turn our life over to Him. And that's what it's like. Then we bandaged up my friend. We put the salve on his arms and on his legs, and we put some nice wrappings around those so it could begin to heal. The same thing that happens in our life, that what the Lord Jesus Christ does in our life, is He begins to show us His love by caring for us and taking care of us in those unique ways while we're going through that time, so we know we're never going to find ourselves down for the count like that again. We're going to stumble and fall, and He'll always be faithful, there to pick us up, scrape us off, bandage us up, and show us His love. We can do that for others in our life too. We can be the person that can be there helping and guiding others around when we get into those scrapes into life, knowing that the Lord is always there, never ever going to be beyond His grace in our life. What a mighty God we serve.